guys know what's up. Just hang in there. Now is the time, and Ryan is saying, everyone who is close to your device, everyone close to your device, it is the time for you to be able to participate, get along with me on the show right here on the nighttime show. All right, what we are talking about today, obviously, we're moving away from some relationship or ships. We're going into what has been in the news that was troubling certain people. I was actually told, you might want to talk about this. You might want to talk about this. It's very simple, but it's related to possibly someone that you might not like or someone that you love. It is the presidency. You know that the country has different move, and of course everyone is talking about the budget this, budget that, we're gonna do this, blah. But I'm bringing you another stuff. So the topic of today is that, you know, the presidency accuses Peter Obi of hypocrisy of over Tinubu's delegation to the COP28. Presidency accuses Peter Obi of hypocrisy over Tinubu's delegation to COP28, and I'm gonna give you a little details on that, and then we're gonna continue. Now, the presidency has accused the presidential candidate of the Labour Party (LP) in the 2023 presidential election, Peter Obi, of hypocrisy following his comment about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's delegation to the COP28. Now, reacting to the number of Nigerians delegate, you know how it is when we're moving to such, summits, we carry almost all the town with us. So now is reacting to the number of Nigerians delegate at the COP28 in Dubai, United Emirates. Obi in his X handle, Twitter, if you don't mind, for those of you who are still thinking that X is something else, is now X. Twitter is now X. Get it in your mind. So Obi in his X handle on Sunday, he said he's a waste of scarce resources, published by the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, UNFCCC. Out of 81,000 that submit in person, Nigeria had 1,411 participants at that conference. I'll say it again, 1,000. Okay, well, it's now March now. It's not March. I mean, come on. If you actually figured out the equation, 81,000 delegates registered to attend a summit in person. Nigeria had just 1,411 participants at the conference. The third highest number, by the way, alongside China. So it's not just Nigeria now. We also have other country like China who's so all right. So the former Anambra State governor described the situation as a twist of sad irony. That sounds like a movie. Due to China's unmatched financial advantage over Nigeria, reacting to the comment, spokesperson to Nigeria's Vice President Kashim Shettima Stanley Mokcha, and of course, in a statement on his X handle, he said it's a series of self-aggrandizement by Obi aimed at convincing Nigerians that he is the only person who has their interests at heart. I mean, come on. So there's a warheads between both warheads. They're saying Obi is criticizing them for carrying 1,400 plus participants down to the conference right there in the United Emirates. Okay. And then they're saying that Obi is behaving as if he's the only one who has Niger in his heart. Okay. I'm going to talk about that more later. I just want some persons that actually, I had an argument deeply, whether political correct or incorrect. I had an argument with someone, and your comments definitely will actually do. I mean, I'm looking forward to be able to have your comment. See your thoughts on this. Your thoughts on this. It's a nighttime show, so we are actually deviating a little bit to talk about this. So I'm going to give it a phone lines right this minute. Be part of me. 0700 909 903. 903 903 0700 football. That's what's getting into my mind right now. I'm swallowing my spit. I'll do this again. 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. If you want to get to me on WhatsApp, it's very easy. The number on the WhatsApp line is 0700 903 9039. So, how did you see the warheads over presidency accuses Peter Obi of hypocrisy over Tinubu's delegation to the COP28 at the Emirates? I want to hear from you. Real quick, let's hear from you and let's talk for development. Okay? All right. For those of you who say, oh, Raheem, you call Taya. I don't pick your call. Now is the time for you to call. It's early enough. So call up in now and let's talk. As I said, let's talk for development. Let's talk for positivity. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening to you. And what's your name, please?
Yeah, my name is Cries.
Okay, Cries.
I'm calling from Surulere.
Surulere, Cries. Okay. Cries, you heard what we were talking about, so go ahead. What is your thought on this issue?
Well, as you can see, if we're Nigerians are very, very observant, when Mr. President himself was campaigning, he criticized Peter Obi for saying that bringing down the cost of governance of number of delegates that somebody will take to president or governor should take to a particular occasion, and so on and so forth. And also he criticized in one of his campaigns, I still have the video of it, one of his campaigns, he criticized also Obi for saying that Obi saved the money that he should have been given to people to eat, that Obi was saving it in the bank. And whatever you see now is what he promised you he will do. In fact, personally, I would say he's a man of his word because he's sharing the money for people to eat. So it's raising 1,411 people for a delegate of something. How much is the individual flight ticket?
The cost, yeah.
Consider it. At least it can be anything less than 1.5 million now for individual ticket. Okay, let's say 1 million. You say one, but such a number of people is so.
Okay. All right. Possibly, maybe you can call back. I think something went wrong somewhere. I actually wanted to ask the question. Fine, you can call me back. It is the cost. Some of you are actually complaining about the cost. Someone's saying it's the cost, but someone actually texts me and they say they're not going to be using the private, some of them have private jets, or they're not going to be using the federal government fleet. We're talking about, you might be talking about the cost in the other aspect. Might not be individual, I don't know, but the issue is whether cost or no cost. This 1,411 participants to a conference in the Emirates of the COP28 where Stuart Obi was complaining about that, but they're tongue lashing him and want to hear from you. What do you think of it? More is coming. Like I said, reacting to the comment, spokesperson to Nigeria's Vice President Kashim Shettima Stanley Nwocha in a statement on his X, said it's a series of self-aggrandizement. I like that word, aggrandizement, yeah, by Obi aimed at convincing Nigerians. So he said Obi is actually trying to convince Nigerians that he is the only person who has their interest at heart. That's what the spokesperson of the president is saying. Now let's see. Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you. What's your name and where are you calling from?
How are you? How was your day?
Good. Okay, Night Princess.
Well done, work.
Thank you so
Greetings
much.
to everybody.
Yes, sir.
Come on up. I want to say, may God strengthen you with this your topic that you bring us this hour. May God strengthen you.
Okay, thank you.
And that we are listening. And for those that is judging who is taking the mind of the people, I wish them what they wish Nigeria. Yes, I personally wish them what they wish Nigeria. Okay, all of them will reap what they sow when the time comes. Bye for now, listening.
Akuchiri, thank you so much for calling in. So, right, we're still talking. Presidency accuses Peter Obi of hypocrisy over Tinubu's delegation to the COP28. That's what we're talking about. What do you think about this? What is your thought? I want to hear from you. We're talking, and of course, it is for development and, of course, for positivity. And as I said before, on Sunday, he accused the current administration of sponsoring over 1,000 foreign delegates to Dubai for the COP28, talking about Peter Obi. And there has been a lot of talk against him too. The funny part is that Mr. Peter Obi is actually behaving as if he is the one who has all the right things to do for the country, nobody else. So, I mean, that's the warhead between both. The number to call in and contribute is 0700-903-903-903. Hello, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening. My name is Adolphus.
Adolphus.
From Ijeoma.
Okay. Adolphus.
Well, the delegation that accompanied the president to the COP conference is not that because this budget, the amount has been captured in the budget already for travels. No matter the number of people that accompany the president, it's already in the budget. What if this money is not spent? How would they account for it? And again, the president has already come out to say that some people paid their own flights. So I don't see the hula bola about the huge number of people.
Is it some people pay their own flights with their own money?
Yes. So they are Nigerians. They are counted among the delegation that accompany the president. So I don't say anything, provided it to bring the dividends of democracy to Nigeria.
But you don't see the good in cutting down the delegates because of what are they paying or not?
To play in that conference. And they are coming to bring something down to Nigeria. They didn't go there to just travel and enjoy themselves. There is something they are bringing to Nigeria. Let's keep it like that. Peter Obi is just trying to say he's the only one that can save money for Nigeria. Needs money to eat. Simple as that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Adolphus. That is your thought. And I'm getting a lot of twists here. So, I mean, more calls are coming in. What is your take on this? The warheads presidency accuses Peter Obi of hypocrisy over Tinubu's delegation. They're saying that he is behaving as if he's the only one who have Nigeria at heart. And Peter Obi is saying that the costs and, of course, the delegation, there's a whole lot of them. But, of course, it is also written it is also written that Nigeria, actually published by the United Nations Framework Convention on the Climate Change, that out of 81,000 plus delegates registered to attend the summit in person, Nigeria had 1,411 participants at the conference. And he says it is the third highest number alongside China. That means we have other countries who the delegation or the delegates are actually even more than Nigerians. But the talk here is Peter B is saying, no, this is not making sense, while the federal government is saying, is acting as if he's the one who that's the part that enticed me, is acting as if it's the one who has the good for the country. What is your thought? Anybody can come up with anything. You can actually figure out anything from whatever. I mean, mix it up, bring it in. Let me understand exactly your take on this. The number is 0700-903-903. For those of you that want to reach me on WhatsApp, the WhatsApp line is 0700, beg your pardon, 0700-903-9039. Okay. Now, let me get down a little bit. It says, we have taken note of statement credited to presidential candidate of Labour Party. And in the 2003 or 2023 presidential election, Mr. Peter B, in which he made yet another frail and futile attempt to paint the President Bola Tinubu administration a bad light. So, it says, for good 24 hours, Obi danced naked in the public square, trying to curry the attention of those who care to listen to his falsehood and warped opinions about waste. So, Obi is talking about waste while they are talking about that is needful. So again, the next day being Monday, the subject of his newfound passion, after his colossal loss, armchair criticism after his colossal loss at the presidential poll was the proposed $15.5 billion budgeted by the Federal Capital Territory Administration, the FCTA, to renovate the House of the Vice President. And a whole lot more. Too many things going on. I don't know if you also heard about the Bajabiami led the bond support of 10 billion naira budget for renovation of official residence. So I don't think, it's in the news. He have actually come to debunk it. So anyone who's saying it, I don't know. If someone comes out like this and say something like this is not working, something like this is not true, then you need to believe it. Okay. So there's been a whole lot, but we are still talking about the delegate that went for the COP28. The number is 0700-903-903. What is your thought? What is your thought? So many people have different thought towards it. Some people say it's a waste. The last caller who called actually said it's not waste. It's basically, that the president actually came to say that the delegate are actually paying their own money. It's very easy for you to say that. But some people in government understand where the money is entering, where the money is going at. So, but he has come to say that the delegate that went for the COP28 at the Emirates are paying for themselves. True or false, we don't know. But still, presidency accuses Peter Obi hypocrisy. So, whose side are we going to pick right now? 0700-903-903-903. I'll be taking your calls right now. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Can you do me a favor? Can you turn down the volume of the radio set you're using on the handset or whatever?
This is Larry from
Larry, okay.
From
Okay. All right, Larry.
Can you hear me? Hello?
I can hear you. Go ahead, loud and clear.
Good. After this, it is only God can save us from this administration. This is very useful. That's what I can contribute. It's very pity finding ourselves in this type of a situation. The country where some group of you cannot pick a squad meal and you can sponsor 1,000 to a conference. It's very bad. It's a pity. Good night, sir.
All right. Thank you so much for calling. That was very simple. All right. It's wasteful. The country is actually going through some things it shouldn't be, but some are still saying it is not wasteful. Hello. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
Good evening.
Good evening. Hello? What is your name, please?
Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah, this is Antonio Anosike from Surulere.
Okay, Antonio Anosike. All right, Surulere. Go ahead.
Yeah. I had somebody call. They say people is trying to do as if I don't know why we Nigerians were Fela said it early, cried and smiling. That's why we are in Nigeria here. We were affected all these hardship, and the man is saying the truth. People be telling the Nigerians because they're supposed to be able to be. They should let what he did in Anambra State when he was governor in Anambra State. You understand? So I don't know why people. I don't know when somebody. I don't know the way where he's buying his own food and all these things, or where his children are going to school or all these things. The man, they second to the last caller.
Yeah.
Now that said something about P2B. So, but there's something I want to. I don't know whether it's on the same program. Yeah, about Wike. I said something earlier. I said it's going to the music that you are start beating. You dance it by yourself because you always claim God. I don't know, sir. Let's watch it. Let's watch it.
Right.
At the end, you face it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for calling in. I got another caller from WhatsApp. I think it's hello.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. Yes. Ebuka, right?
Yes, Ebuka from Isolo.
All right, Ebuka.
Yes, concerning what you said, first of all, good evening, everyone.
Okay.
The country will find ourselves, I think the politicians are doing what they are doing because the country will find ourselves, we are just like rubber band. What I mean is that we are always adjusting. We are always getting elastic. Your roads are bad. They did not do your road. Instead of us to complain and follow all proper legal means to hold them accountable, we go ahead to buy two big tires. Our cars to be able to pass that bad road. When the road gets too bad, we add longer springs to our vehicle. When they fail to give us power supply, instead of us holding them accountable through all the legal means, we'll buy iPad my neighbor generator.
But Ebuka, a lot of people Ebuka, hold on. A lot of people are complaining that even when you make that attempt, you lament and you hold them accountable, they're still not doing anything. So, I mean, what do you expect them to do?
The way they are going now, as it stands now, is as if we have exhausted all legal means. But I cannot advocate for violence. But the recklessness of our leaders, as it stands now, Karl Marx in his book said in one of his books, The Communist, that, I said it before, that the masses, the bourgeoisie and the ruling class, will keep on exploiting the masses. It will get to a point the masses will push back. And that is where Nigerian leaders are going to. We don't pray for that. Because this financial irresponsibility is getting out of hand. It's just like a state sponsoring people to go for pilgrimage. For what? You call Nigeria a secular state and we are sponsoring pilgrimage. Are we a Christian country or a Muslim country? We are none of these. We are a secular state. So I think we as we are doing these things, not we, as they are doing these things, our children that are growing up, they are learning. Look at the days when we went to school. They ask you, who do you want to be like? I want to be like Awolowo. I want to be like Wole Soyinka, because of their academic breakthrough, because of how they prove themselves. But now, somebody that is growing up will telling you that I want to be like that Abuja, because Abuja had built 4 hotels. We now admire irregularities in the name of what I don't know. So our leaders need to sit up. I don't know how they feel when they sit with their counterparts in international gatherings and they are talking about what this one have done. How do they even feel? It's just like in my profession now. I'm into occupational health and safety. Imagine I'm not developing myself. I'm not trying to break barriers. And when I come to conference that has to do with conference of health and safety, I can't even say anything. I can't even prove myself. How will I feel? Look at the president of Malawi. Look at what he did. It's just a remarkable thing. The whole world is talking about it. When other countries, when leaders do something and they are not proud of, just because in one of the countries in Europe, somebody failed to achieve some hours of power supply, he resigned. Nigeria, super story. They would never do that.
Yeah, we know.
What they will tell you is that everybody be calm, go about your daily business. How long are we going to be calm?
Yeah, that's the question. How long?
How long? We cannot keep on condoning this. Look at the current company. I can't mention the brand that is leaving Nigeria now. Check the number of staff they are going to lay off. Who is going to absorb them? Nobody. Even if the companies will absorb them, it might be just fraction of them that they will absorb. Look at many of them. Look at schools. Let's go to the educational sector now. Everywhere is just bad. The other day I went to one of Lagos here, one of the civil service areas in Alausa. I went to do something for my organization that has to do with validation because of legal requirements. I got to their office by 10 o'clock. Do you know that the person that's supposed to do that have not resumed? And when he resumed, wait to make a chop. He sat down, ate his jollof rice with confidence, and now resumed around 11, not up to 4 p.m. He said he want to go. That is the kind of country we find ourselves. If Nigeria was their private business as politicians, can they run it like this? They can't. Let me not talk now. Let me allow others to talk.
Thank you so much. I'm allowing you because this is not day, yes, so you can go ahead and talk. All right. But anyway, thank you so much. It's okay. Let others talk. Thank you very, very much, Ebuka. Okay. More calls are coming in. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening to you. Please, what is your name?
Sir.
Yeah, good evening to you too.
My name is King Charles.
Okay.
I'm calling from
Elasa. All right. King Charles.
Yes, sir. I'm against.
Okay, so but before you give your thoughts, could you do me or do us a favor and turn down the volume on that set of yours on device?
My radio.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I'm against.
Okay, I lost that call. Do well to call back. And be part of the show. For those of you who are just tuning in, and you can actually go online and be part of be our guest. See what's going on online and comment, of course. And it doesn't end here. We're going to continue to talk about it afterwards. All right. So we are still talking about presidency accuses Peter Obi of hypocrisy over Tinubu's delegation to COP28 at the Emirates. Still talking, and the presidency through Nkwacha said the presidency will not have bothered to gratify Obi with a response. But I'm still wondering why they did. If you were not bothered, why did you do it? Especially when it is very obvious that the Labour Party candidate is an unhealthy subject to post. This is what Nkwacha is saying, that the presidency will not have bothered to gratify Obi with a response, especially when it's obvious that the Labour Party candidate is an unhealthy subject to post-election trauma, but it is necessary to put the records straight. In his recent tirade against President Tinubu, according to Nkwacha, in his recent tirade against President Tinubu and his deputy, Vice President Kashim Shettima, Obi started another series of this is the word, aggrandizement, aimed at convincing Nigerians that he is the only person who has their interests at heart. And someone just sent me a text that said, then allow him to lead. Let's see if he does not have. Okay, I'm getting that. So allowing him to lead so that he can now show the true color that he's really the only one who have Nigeria, at heart. All right. Still on the nighttime show. This is what we're talking about. If you want to give your thoughts, you can call me on the number 0700 903 903 903. On WhatsApp, the line is 0700 903 9039. Okay. And still more, the war is still on. I'm just loving it because I have to bring it down to you so you can hear it and know where you can come in. It said, it is necessary, very necessary for the sake of history to clarify that the proposed plan for construction of the vice president, that's we've entered another level now, the vice president's office, because he also talked about that, the renovation and all of that big money for the renovation of the vice president's official residence, for which budgetary allocation was made in the 2024 budget by the FCT administration, was awarded by the administration of former President Goodluck Jonathan. This is what he was saying. He was not originated by the president administration. This Mr. Obi knows, but close to play, choose rather to play dumb, all in the bid. Hello, too much talk. I want to hear from you.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you. What's your name? And where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Lagos.
All right. So you not told me your name yet.
Oh, my name is Amos.
Amos.
Yeah.
All right, Amos. What's your thoughts? Okay. Connection problem. Possibly the network is not really friendly. Still waiting for your thought. I want to hear a different kind of stuff that, someone actually called and say is good. It doesn't really matter. It's not waste. The delegate, presidency delegate going to the COP28 at the Emirate is not waste. They're actually paying their own money. But there's some people actually in the government who understand this government, the way it's run or the way it's been done. They understand exactly what's going on. They definitely will know, and they will be listening to calling to let us know exactly what is their thought towards this. Well, more, I want to give a chance to the man who's been talking. Hello.
Yes, I called back. Ebuka called back.
No problem, Ebuka. I believe it's not now. If you want to speak your mind, go ahead. I'll allow you.
Yeah, I want to say something. I want to take us. I want to take us down to memory lane for some minutes. This global warming. That's what the conference they went for, right?
Yes.
Now, this global warming started as far back as 17th century, 16th, 17th century. Now, let me take us back to during the slavery that happened in Africa, that was perpetrated by the Europeans in Africa, which lasted 400 years. Now, you are going to Dubai to sit down with the West to negotiate how the world can be protected. It's just like when I join you in committing a crime, you are imprisoned. I now come to prison to tell you how you can escape, whereby I was the one that did most of the crime. Now, after the Europeans have left Africa, after 400 years of enslavement, they now moved down to colonialism. They were the ones that were the architects of industrial revolutions. Why did they end slave trade? Because industries came up. Machines started doing what human was doing. That was the origin of this global warming. Carbon emission now started. So meaning that these guys do not mean well for Africa. They can never do anything for free. Africa need to get used to this. Kwame Nkrumah said it that Africa should solve African problems in African way. You cannot solve African problems in Dubai way, in European way. When this guy told you that they have industries, they brought in religion and told you, God says slavery is bad. But for the past 400 years, they never recognized that slavery was bad because they now have equipment, they now have machines that produce what man was supposed to do in 1 hour. Machine do it in 10 hours. They now remember that slavery is bad. That's by the way. Now slavery is over. After centuries of developing the economy with these emissions, with this carbon burning, they now want Africa to come and join them to fix the world. Why are our leaders like this? What pains me is that these our leaders are very intelligent, they are very exposed, they went to the best schools, but I see that when they go in the midst of this West, I don't know, it's just like a tortoise, it goes back into its shell. These people keep on using all manner of things to lure Africa. They lure us with IMF. In fact, if I am a multi-billion-dollar businessman today, I'll be grateful to give loan to African countries because it is like a very big business. It's a big racketeering. Look at the loan given to Nigeria now. We've not even started paying the loan. We're already servicing the interest. So it's a very big business, and these guys don't want to understand that. That was why they couldn't waste time to eliminate people like Gaddafi, because they were trying to make Africa to awaken. Africans are not asking questions. We keep on believing in these people. Whatever they dish out to us, we will take it. Who started global warming? Who started the things that resulted to global warming? It was the West. Now they have developed their economy. They are now going down to solar and electricity. You as an African country are not even developed. They're not dragging you into the vision zero emission goal. What emission is Africa generating? How many cities in Africa is highly industrialized? Let's compare the level of pollution in urban areas in major countries in the world and Africa. How many African countries generate emissions to say, okay, we are contributing to global warming? This is how they keep on using Africa. And the way they are going, one day they will turn Africa to a farmland for the world. Of course, that was one of Hitler's agenda during the Second World War. He wanted to wipe the whole of Africa and use it for farmland for the whole world. Can you think that ideology is dead? It's not dead. Our leaders keep on romancing with the West every time. Intelligent, they go to these Western countries, they see all these things. Why can't they implement it here? It's not like we don't have laws. The laws are there. Why can't we implement it? Look at the budget, how much was allocated for students' loan, and look at how much that was allocated for the vice president's residence. Are they planning for us to grow or to remain at a place? Do they even have plans for us? Look at Nigeria, for example. Let me take my region, for example. During the time of Governor Mbakwe in southeast Nigeria, I think Imo, Abia, and Ebonyi, if I'm not wrong, we are one state then. Go there and see the achievements this man recorded. Just in a few years, as large as the landmass is then. But upon that, they have divided the states into parts. What are they doing? We need to start from the roots. These governors, let's even leave president alone, let the delegates alone. These governors, what are they doing with the security votes? These governors, what are they doing with what they are giving them? Some states in South, what they get, if I'm not wrong, is even higher than what some states in the Southwest gets because of their oil producing nations. But yet, when you look at countries in index of poor countries, they are amongst them. What are they doing with it? There's this saying that in the up north, the young ones respect the elders, but here in the south, it is the elders that respect the young ones because they have money. See, my brother, talk plenty. Let me allow others to talk.
Please
go drink water.
Go and drink water and rest. Don't have headache. Okay. All right. Now we're moving. Thank you, Ebuka, for that. We're moving along. Just want to put you on the know on what's going on about the FCT indigents telling Wike and protesting that in the National Assembly that he should lay down his resignation letter. He should resign. Thousands of FCT indigents stormed National Assembly demanding that Wike resign as a minister over alleged land racketeering. For those of you who are actually staying put talk, you know exactly. I don't want to put myself into a tight corner in a sense, but when I feel free, I'm gonna talk about this. But let me let you know that a coalition of over 10,000 indigents of the Federal Capital Territory and civil society groups on Wednesday held a massive protest. That's today, though, calling for the resignation of Nyesom Wike as a minister of the capital city. We don't know if this is really gonna happen. We have seen time and time again where you do and they're still gonna be there. So I mean, I don't even know why people are disturbing themselves. I personally wouldn't even want to disturb myself, but I'm gonna tell you, the protesters who stormed the National Assembly complex under the aegis of the network of civil societies for economic sustainability said Wike is incompetent and he lacks vision of the FCT. Someone says it's a planned protest. Some others are saying it's not. People in the FCT, the real people, are not complaining. We don't know exactly where these ones are coming from. It's political. However, the crowd have never been seen in the history of protesting FCT before. It is the address. The group's convener, his name is Adamu Kabir Matazu. It describes the former Rivers State governor as callous and indecorous, uncut and gritty, of course, selfish. This big English is just to demonstrate how bad Wike is. So the other guy that actually called in, they were talking about it. You say it's time. I don't wish anybody evil, but so I'm gonna tell you again, if you want to call in, talk about any of these stories, just be civil. 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. Now, more to it, the protest has really gone. I'm actually looking at the picture and actually seeing some people holding a placard is saying Wike corruption is not leadership. We all know about this. I mean, come on. I mean, this is Nigeria. We know about this, but there's a whole lot. There's a whole lot connected to it. All right. I'm going to give a time for people on WhatsApp before I start taking calls from the other. So you guys hold on for direct calls. I need to talk to my man from New York, Colin Faulkner. You're welcome.
Hey, what's up, man? Hi, good evening to you.
Good
what's
evening.
Happening?
Good. Sorry, connection yesterday was crazy.
It's all good, man. So I think my own input, it's just gonna be, I won't say it's gonna be different, but the only thing I can say is that I think everybody tends to look at the president as one aspect of things needs to be fixed from the president. When people make complaints, the other person they are pointing fingers on, it's always the president. And people tend not to understand how three branches of government works. But we always forget that we always have the Senate where the law comes from. They are the ones that create law. And when they create a law, it goes back into the president. So that's the executive branch where it's been signed. Now, any minor issues that happen, I don't think that like I always say, not everybody understands how politics works. People only come out to vote in terms of the president election, then and the rest of the other elections, people don't really care about it. But I think people just need to know how powerful the voter, and they have to understand the system, how it works. Truly, you can say the president doesn't care. I mean, a lot of Nigerians, they are all in different arenas right now that people are in every situations in terms of job wise, the economy, the inflations, price gouging, all these areas. It affects people's daily lives, and the only one fingers that we point at, it's always pointed back to the president. People can protest.
So everyone, Faulkner, what do you expect from the beginning of time? You know exactly that a lot of actually gone wrong, and the finger is actually pointing to the point man. The point man is the one who is sitting on that presidency seat. So what do you expect? Come on, we all have our own different issues, but because of the situation of things and how things have built up in this country, it is always the president that they will always point at the problems.
That's correct. You're absolutely correct. The finger still points back to the president, because he is the one. He is the commander in chief. He is the one in charge. Exactly. And if anything, if nobody is working very well under the president, it means that things are very wrong. But we also have to look at the Senate, because they are the ones that implement. The president didn't sign the budget for the cars, for all those things. It's not the president. It's the Senate. They passed it. So I think the people's attention needs to change. They need to look more inwards, look towards the Senate area, now to figure out what's happening. If that's where all the energy needs to be focused on, they have to start. The more pressure you put on the Senate, the more pressure the president is going to get. But if there's no pressure in that area, if anything goes wrong right now, when you look left and right, where people look at, the only thing that comes out of their mouth is the president is the one doing it. But we also remember we have areas where the branches of the government where law is being passed. I think that's one area that enhanced whatever the president is doing. Okay, it needs them. And for Wike situation, Wike was just appointed. People when you listen to all this Wike story and Wike's matter, is very, I wouldn't say it's a complex situation. It's a way complicated issues that you just have to chuckle a little bit, then you just have to double it up. By the end of the day, this is one country that we have. We don't have no other country. We have to start thinking inwards and figure a way that hopefully this country can get better. And you and I have discussions about other countries too.
I was talking about this soon enough. Thailand is really going to be my location soon enough. It's just awesome.
Yeah, you're not gonna regret it. You'll be. If I'll tell you now, you see, Thailand is not even third world country. I'll tell you, Thailand is actually fifth world country. That's how crazy that Thailand is. But they were able to invest more into the agricultural system and their infrastructure, and that's what makes them unique. Nigeria is not even Nigeria have the chance to do a lot, but it's just that you see the creation or the founding on the location of crude oil becomes the beginning of the problem that we have. Nobody ever see nothing else. All those raw materials, we don't see that. I mean, the country needs more inward investment in schools, in healthcare system, in research and science. all those risks that can generate so much job. But it's just that the only thing they see is all about lending money. And when you lend and you don't produce, whether you like it or not, there's always going to be inflation in the country, high rates of the employment, and nothing's going to be cheap. And this is just the beginning until we tends to understand how to create wealth in a country. You can't just be consuming alone. But there's so many case studies of different countries, and that they've done it. They've been through all those parts. Like the other caller was saying that about the climate change. I mean, for those that understood. For those that lives by the water, they understood the essence of climate change. But for you that don't live close to the water, you're not gonna understand it. I used to live by the beach side, and during the Hurricane Sandy, I know the impacts, I know the effects, how high the water went. And for you that don't understand, that hasn't seen the water damage, it's crazy, it's insane.
I understand.
Things can go crazy. You just have to try our best and make the country better.
It's okay. Thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate it. I'm actually, we're definitely going to continue the talk much later. So be awake. Of course, I know.
Of course.
You're already awake and wide open. So we will definitely get to talk.
Absolutely. Thank you for taking my call tonight.
All right, man. So thank you, Faulkner, for being there, and thank you for calling in. Your contribution matters. I'm going to be taking more calls up in here. For those who are calling me directly, go ahead. Hello, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, Adolphus again.
Okay, Adolphus, you were talking. Yeah.
Yeah, the issue of Wike. Remember that the Londoners never wanted a Southerner to be the Federal Capital Territory Minister.
Yeah, but this is the first time we have something different and a party, a different. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that is why they are.
Okay. I don't know why you keep having this problem, but call back again. I'm going to let you know exactly what they were saying. The protests in Abuja against Wike and all that, he should resign. And for those of you who are actually based or from River State to based in Port Harcourt, you know exactly the politics when it comes to land grabbing. Wike is my guy. It's tough. And, in this country, you need tough people. But I don't understand where they start talking about land racketeering and all of that stuff. Hello. Okay, I'm sorry. I missed your call. I want to be a little bit careful in picking your call because I always, have this issue of messing it up. So they say, we are here today. This is in your words. We are here today demanding the immediate resignation from office or sack of Nyesom Wike as a minister of the FCT due to his deficiency in character. I don't understand that. In character required of his office. And in a government that promises to renew the hope of Nigerians. A government that wishes to give hope to its citizens must be run by men who possesses quality character. So Wike does not have this is their words. This is exactly what the convener speaking for the rest of all the protesters is saying. His name is Adamu Kabe Matazo. Okay, so he's saying the guy doesn't have a character. The guy has this, that. Wike is callous and blah, blah, blah. A whole lot of talk. Wike has remained a difficult, that's what he said, difficult person. Let me take this call. Hello. Okay. Network problem. I can't really figure if it's network, but you can keep trying. I don't want to hear, right here, we didn't pick my call. I've been calling for hours. This is the time for you to call 0700-903-903-903. The WhatsApp line, WhatsApp portals, you can call that number. On the WhatsApp portal number is 0700-903-9039. So he said, Wike has remained a difficult person to the administration. That's what he said. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you. What's your name?
My name is Amos. I called before.
Okay, Amos, I think we had an issue with your network. Okay, go ahead.
I want to lay a complaint about this country.
Okay, you want to lay a complaint. You don't want to talk about the what we are discussing about.
About what is going on in this country. I don't know why things are not even going up.
Okay, so you know, I do open mic on Fridays. So will you be around on Friday?
On Friday? Okay, no problem.
So on Friday, you going to call in. I'm going to give it a microphone for you to do a lot of talking. You can talk or whatever you want to discuss, what's bothering you in the country that you want to speak. You just go ahead and speak your mind and vent. All right, that's on Friday. But also, we'll be looking at some part. I'll tell you my own mind too. So, I mean, the reason why I came up with this is because there's been a lot of arguments or some things, some sort. Those who made an argument were listening right now and decided I'm going to come up with this. So sometimes some people, I don't even blame the federal government sometimes that when they talk about bringing out some hundreds of millions to tackle, what's it called? To tackle fake news. I don't blame them on it. I seriously don't blame the federal government for having a budget like that to tackle fake news, because the truth is Google itself, as big as Google, has actually invested $300 million to fight fake news menace. So sometimes we say things, we don't even read it. And so I'm bringing it, and I want you to bring your thought. I mean, something happened. And of course, I am also trying to make, if you ask someone, for example, if you ask someone about something, did you do this? And he says no, who are you going to believe? If you hear something somewhere and you ask a question and you're asking the person, did you do it? This is what I heard. And the person says, no, I didn't do it. Are you not going to believe the person who says that? All right. I'm just trying to make it clear. Now, in the news again, Mila, the bank's report of 10 billion. Remember, people were talking about the 10 billion budget for renovation of the office residence. Okay, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's chief of staff, that you all know, Femi Gbajabiamila, he actually debunked the report on Wednesday, suggesting that 10 billion naira had been budgeted for the renovation of his office residence in Abuja. So whether or not he's coming to say it's not true, Gbajabiamila, in a statement on X, he said he has seen social media commentary regarding the 2024 appropriation bill, particularly in the provisions under the office of the chief of staff to the president. So if you see this, see that. However, I don't blame anybody, because when you hear it, you have to start speaking about it. But for now, you just have to hear as I bring it to you, and believe what is happening is what we see, and the fact is what we bring as journalists. So I mean, those who are arguing later today, you know yourselves. Now you're hearing it, and you just have to believe it, whether you like it or not. Okay, so still talking about Wike. Federal government has been calm and also calculated in its reforms and its explanations to citizens on the rationale behind the policies of government. Wike has been insensitive, according to what we're hearing, insulting collective sensibilities of residents of the federal capital and Nigerians in general. So this is the reason there have been a protest, and it's saying that Wike should resign. And then another reason, they say, in a layman's understanding, that the guy is collecting land anyhow. is collecting land, and well, who don't know. And for those of you, I don't want to be the one to talk about it. I said it again. Those of you who will say it for Harker, you're from River State, you understand the politics of grabbing lands, government, they'll always like to do that. Own this, own that, own that. But I'm not saying it is you and the word from the people. Okay. 0700 903 903 903. I want to check and see what we have on WhatsApp. Let's see. It is said that also, I'll bring this to you. This is the word that Wike's alleged penchant for land grabbing and cronyism has begun to emerge as some of the land reforms are suspected to be targeted at the dispossessing Nigerians of their properties and reacquiring them through cronies. Now, they say there is a tension in the FCT under the brutal and sometimes criminal. They said, it's not my word, it's their word. Criminal Wike is coming menace. That's what they say. It's like the recent clash with the governor of Rivers, the recent clash with the governor of Rivers. Of course, the recent governor, I'm talking about Fubara, isn't just a mere disagreement, but a display of dirty politics that has no place in a civilized society. Only him. I think I need to bring this sort of for. His preoccupation with personal vendetta has diverted his attention from his primary responsibility. That's what this guy is saying. Neglecting the critical objectives set by the federal government for the FCT. So they say he's losing it. Things that he's supposed to do, say he's not doing them. Yeah. The allegation is plenty on Wike. You guys should take it easy on him, please. His high-handedness in land politics, or shall I say land policies, the revocation of lands, perceived animosity towards a particular section of the country. That's what they're saying. And the alarming manner is in which lands are allocated reeks of high-level corruption. His actions do not align with the government agenda. How so? For reforms and development in the FCT. It says that Mr. Wike's tactics reminiscent of an emperor which he exhibited during his tenure as a governor of River State, are detrimental to the progress and the growth we seek of our FCT and the nation at large. But, the problem in the country like this is that when someone is actually, this is my own opinion, when someone is actually strong and wield hard, they tend to call him names. When someone is quiet, gentle, they also tend to call you names. Depends. When Jonathan was the president, they say he was behaving like a woman. Yeah. And then now, Wike is actually straight up kind of pressing. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with Wike. It's just that when they start talking about the land grabbing, the different manipulation when it comes to grabbing land and the particular, tribe or whatever, this is the allegation that they actually thrown on Wike. So I do not know how far this is going to go, but I'll let you know. Furthermore, Wike's disregard for decorum, that's what they said in the media address, as his reckless remarks without considering their implication. Those of you know that Wike is just straight up, and they're saying all of these things. Okay, so it says, furthermore, Wike disregard for decorum in the media address and his reckless remarks without considering their implications on the administration are not befitting of a public office holder. His lack of accountability and administration failures are evident, and his actions threaten to cause irreparable harm to the administration's credibility. Now, the network of they call them a civil society for economic sustainability, therefore called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to take decisive action to contain the excessive of Wike. Only him. And wow. So the statement added, it's in the best interest of our nation that Mr. Wike's disruptive tendencies are addressed promptly to safeguard and the integrity of the administration. So you guys are coming and protesting against him for him to resign. And wow. Anyway, this is the report. It's time for us to get into something else. It's getting close to the hour of 11 o'clock. It's 10:46. I'm coming in with something else as soon as you get to 11 o'clock. So maybe I might want to cheapen all the things which I was trying to, bring out for some people who thought that arguments or not really getting to understand something might, cause a lot of problems somewhere, because I actually saw them almost fighting about this. So I'm going to read this down for you to understand that Baja Biamila debunks report of 10 billion budget for renovation office. I'll say it again. For those of you that are saying he debunks it, so believe him now. Okay? Believe him. Baja Biamila says he live in the private residence. The sums mischievously quoted for online bloggers and fake news merchant are for renovating the presidential quarters in Dodan Barracks and the vice president's lodge in Lagos. So believe it, you already got the information. Now, Baja Biamila also in the statement further explained that the sums proposed for these projects are clearly stated in the budget proposal and bear no resemblance to the deceptive online commentary. He added that the President Tinubu's administration welcomes and encourages scrutiny of government expenditure. This is why the budget proposal is publicly available. However, according to the Chief of Staff, held a public debate about government actions requires everyone to be responsible with his or her utterances and engage based on fact rather than insinuations and falsehood. This is a word from Baja Biamila, and I personally, whatever it comes, we say a or nay, the country must move forward. However, I'm just trying to bring this to the fore on the table for you to see. And for my friends who are fighting and debating, now you see. So who you going to believe? You're definitely going to say it's a lie or it's not a lie. However, it's there. Playing the politics thing they've been playing has been for long. And we know that whether bad or good, we are still here. And we're definitely going to still be here. All right. 10:49. It's getting close to the hour of 11 o'clock. I'm going to be coming back here to talk about something. Yesterday, I was talking about something before I was interrupted by the young lady who was crying and saying that she was having issues, money, and stuff like that. And I'm glad that I've been able to send her number to those who wants to help out. So there was some I was talking about. I'm going to bring that to the fore again after this break. When we come back, we will be talking about something very important. It happens everywhere. It happens everywhere. It happens in the workplace. It happens in schools. It happens in the ministry. Wherever you go, you see such people. We're talking about crab mentality. So I'm going to finish talking about crab mentality. For those of you who have issues and experience about people like that, you can call in afterwards. 10 minutes down to the hour of 11 o'clock. At 11 o'clock, we're going to be talking about that. Crab mentality. Do you understand what that means? If you don't, I will explain to you. And I'll open the picture and you see it and understand that you got to be very careful with those people who have such mentality. And then we're going to talk about it. If you have any experience, you can call in and afterwards right here. So I'm taking a break. I'll be right back. Still the nighttime show. This is Ryan Terrence.
You've been waiting for, and we're bringing it to you live. Don't miss a second. Don't miss a second of the action as we broadcast live from the biggest news stories, hot talk shows, depth analysis from the best in the world. Stay informed and up to date with the best radio programming all day, every day. On your number one People's Radio, Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. You are live on the Nighttime Show with Ryan. Let's have a conversation to promote healthy relationships and social issues all in one. The Nighttime Show is going to be fun, having segments like Dear Ryan, Confessions, Love Talks, Open Mic, and more will put you on the edge of a beautiful night. The Nighttime Show. It doesn't matter what ships you are on, just tune in every Tuesdays to Fridays on your number one People's Radio, Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. The Nighttime Show with Ryan. Let's have a conversation to promote healthy relationships and social issues all in one. The Nighttime Show is going to be fun, having segments like Dear Ryan, Confessions, Love Talks, Open Mic, and more will put you on the edge of a beautiful night. The Nighttime Show. It doesn't matter what ships you are on, just tune in every Tuesdays to Fridays on your number one People's Radio, Voice of the People, 90.3 FM.
You're welcome back. It's 10:55, getting close to the hour, 11 o'clock. Let's just say we are just in about that time. The Nighttime Show with Ryan Terrence. All right, so moving along, we are back up in here. Today, I decided to be a little bit inspirational. Yeah, got to talk to you because a lot of people are actually losing it. They're losing it, no care. They're losing it, no connection. When people don't have emotional intelligence, it's hard, and people don't understand exactly what that is. But I mean, people behavior pattern has changed so fast and so bad that whatever they intend to do, it affects them. People no longer try to figure themselves out to be able to have self-development, so that when they do politics, they will do fine. That's why some people are kind of yin and yang. And it's a natural thing. It's an old kind of stuff that no matter what, it is going to be happening. There's always going to be evil and good. However, it's an ancient stunt. All right. So, but right this minute, I want to talk about what we were talking about yesterday, and it's crab in a bucket mentality. That mentality is why people don't grow. Have you been in a place where you feel as though your peers are unsupportive, people around you are unsupportive, you are holding them back from improving yourself, you're holding back? If so, that might be a crab mentality trapped, or shall I say a crab trapped in a bucket. Now, the picture of, for those of you, like I actually saw the picture from Ebuka from Usala. I've already sent it on WhatsApp, and he was trying to let me know, and I saw the picture exactly how that is. We have a lot of crab mentality kind of people around us. Now, this is one. If you have a crab and you put it in a bucket, you'll find out that like all the time you see crab, one or two crabs coming out of the bucket, you'll always find out that other crabs down there will pull the rest going up, down. And yesterday I explained it, how it came about. It's that kind, it's a mentality of, if I don't have it, you can have it. If you have people around you to say, it doesn't work there, don't go there, that's crab mentality. I mean, I'm going to tell you exactly how you can figure this kind of people out. But today, I'm asking the question. From now to 12 o'clock, I want to find out if you have any experience. But before then, I'm going to explain and so you understand. I'm going to learn from you, and you're going to learn from me. Okay? Some of us don't understand what we are saying, but I'm going to explain. Crab mentality is when you're trying to do something, you're trying to be successful, and someone is pulling you down. Have you ever heard of that? You know, it sounds very somehow, but if you go check it out, you understand exactly what I'm saying. Crab mentality. When the crab is going up in the bucket, the other ones are trying to pull him down. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. And it's applied into the human kind of connection. So, do you have any experience of people trying to block your dreams down? Sabotaging you? And you want to become something, as someone like maybe in the office or possibly maybe in the ministry, you're doing well, and if somebody's trying to sabotage you by using systematic, manipulation, or shall I say systematic bombazing, and they just make you feel stupid and make you feel as if, oh, okay, you're worthless, and then you can't even do that thing you want to do again. So if you have any experience of how, wherever you are, maybe in the office, the ministry, wherever you you've been before. You have people try to pull you down. They don't want your success. They do everything they do just to make sure that they downplay you and for you to not be successful. You can call the number and be part of the show. Okay, 0700-903-903-903. If you have any experience, I want to hear from you. 0700-903-903-903. Now, if you've encountered it, you can call. Peer pressure. It's one of the craziest things that will ever happen to young people. Many people with crab mentality use peer pressure to drag their peers down. For example, you're trying to lose, maybe you're a little bit on the big side and you're trying to lose weight or start a healthy diet, but your friends peer pressure they peer pressure you into eating unhealthily and causing you to break away from your fitness goals because they don't want you to get better. Another one is downplaying your achievement. They downplay your achievement. When you accomplish something that you are proud of, you do, they just downplay your achievement. For example, when you get a promotion or maybe a pay raise, they raise your salary, your pay, and so anything successfully that you did well due to your hard work. Do your peers imply that it was just luck? Sometimes they'll say it's just luck. They want to diminish the efforts you put in. They just don't want to see you grow. Those dream killers. So I'm looking for that person. Let's talk. All right, 0700-903-903-903. You can be part of it. You can call in and tell me if you've had any experience of, when people wanted to put you down, when they don't want you to move forward. The picture I got from Ebuka right here on WhatsApp cracks me up. It says this is the typical example of crab mentality. So if you see such people around you, you would know them. It's very simple. You can figure. You don't need any soothsayer to let you know anything about. You can figure them yourself. You can. 1 minute when a crab mentality kind of person is talking to you, you definitely will figure that person out. I mean, out of the abundance of the mouth of the heart, you will figure out that they are not good. So you can't even stay close to people who will always downplay your success. That's not a good thing, because stay close to people with that kind of mentality, you're not going to grow. You cannot be successful no matter how you try. All right, so I'll be talking about that more in the things, how to identify them and knowing exactly how you can just stay away from such people, how to overcome people with crab mentality. If you find yourself experiencing any of the what I just talked about on a regular basis from your peers, from your friends, your colleagues, just know that something is going on. You need to trust your instinct, because no one wants to think the worst of their friends. You can't be thinking the worst of your friends. If you have a family member and often talk, about you, what you are doing wrong. However, it's important for you to understand that anybody who's always trying to judge you doesn't want you to grow. I mean, come on, some people can actually tell you that you did something wrong. It's not a big deal. But judging you every time, and even when they don't even know exactly the cause of the problem, that judging you every time is a problem. All right, I'm gonna tell you ways to overcome crab mentality now. You must trust your instinct. You must trust your instinct. Okay, Another thing is to expand your social circle. Because sometimes when you have some circle of friends and they are like, if you figure out that they are almost maybe 90% or 95% are all crab mentality kind of people, what do? You have to look for the other circle, 5% or more. So you need to expand your social circle so you don't get this kind of people around you. Often people are actually sorted into their buckets simply due to circumstance and some possibly convenient. So, I mean, for example, when the crab in your life may be your family members or co-workers, it's not easy or even possible to just cut them off, you cut the ties off. So you will use wisdom to be able to do that. So if you have expand your social circle, you know you can actually move away from one place and to the other side of the circle and trying and block these other ones out, because the truth is you can't stay around where you can succeed. Another thing, how to overcome people with crab mentality is to stay focused on your goals. You stay focused on your goals. You don't let people tell you that this whatever plan that you're working on is not going to work. You stay focused. Do not get deterred and do not get, interrupted. Stay focused on it. Another is release your worries by writing. A lot of us don't know that part. Release your worries. So many people, when they're worried in life, they eat a lot of food and they get bigger. That's why I see some people get fatter. They get bigger. And I mean, in this side of Africa, we love fat people. As a matter of fact, if you're fat, you're even good looking than the one who is actually watching his weight. For a couple of months, I tried to be able to stay away from certain food, sugar and cholesterol. Because my doctor will always tell me, this is the point where you need to check yourself. This is the point. And so I do what I call detoxification. Detoxification. I detox myself with purchasing some pension stuff like serious fruits and later on for a couple of months, and then we'll start bucking it. Every year it's like doing a fasting to be able to get your spirit in line. Okay, so anytime you feel worry or worried, release your worries in writing. Some of you release it on watching football. Football. Remember? Soccer. So when they watch soccer, they feel better. So it depends exactly what you put your worries on. Some people put it in writing. Just write things. And some people watch movies, some people watch comedies. Whatever suits you, go ahead and do it. But do not get along with people with that mentality. They will destroy you. And the crab mentality people around you are the one who makes you not to have, a full-blown success. They're always looking for a way to scatter what you're doing, your goals, your plans. Another way is for you to overcome crab mentality people with this crab mentality is self-reflect. Self-reflect. Are you? And sometimes we're even talking about when someone says he's better than the other, it might be there's a problem in his life. No one is perfect. You might be having an issue, so you must check inward. So do a self-reflect. You might be calling somebody else a crab, as in a crab mentality. But it might be you who's the crab there. So while we may be the crab that's being dragged down, we may also inadvertently practice the crab mentality ourselves. That is why it's important to self-reflect and identify if you are also dragging your peers down. It might be that you that is saying that someone else is the one dragging you down. It might be that you are the one dragging that person down. You might not even know, but sometimes we don't even know ourselves. So it's good for you to do self-reflect. Hallelujah. Offering time. I'm just saying. Okay, so that's one. Once again, consider doing that thing that you truly love to do to help you self-reflect. Okay? And if you feel jealous when your friends are succeeding, it means you're also a crab. It means that you are also a crab. Okay? So avoid this like a plague. It's a very serious stuff I'm talking about here. A lot of people don't understand exactly what it is, but it's a serious, but most people don't know that the reason why they are not successful in a particular thing is the people around them. You need to look for a way to cut off with people that are not actually matching up with your energy. You need to cut off from them. Okay? Cut off from them. Look for a way to do it. You say, okay, fine, this person, I've been a friend with this person for years, but you don't figure that the person has been the one doing you for a long time. And then if you see an energy that matches yours, the real deal, you will know. And when you match with that energy, you will see that whatever you were doing, first of all, you will find out that you will be feeling happy and better. And at the end of the day, you will succeed. Hello.
Hello. Okay, good evening.
Good evening to you. What's your name?
My name is Praise.
Praise.
Yes.
All right, Praise, where are you calling from?
Champion Drive.
All right. I know the network is bad a little bit, but you can go ahead. What is your thought?
Oh, let me move and see if it gets better.
Ouch.
Is it better now?
Okay, let's try. Let's go.
Okay. So while you were speaking, you said something about, people that, they say if I can't get to them, you can't get it as but, some divorcees that I know, and also like some older people who, they wanted marriage, but unfortunately they didn't get married. And then, you hear them spreading this message about how, marriage is not an achievement.
Mm.
They talk on, marriage, because for me, I know like marriage is something I look forward to, because
Are you married?
No, not yet. But I got to experience what it was like from my parents. It was beautiful, and I want something like that or even better. So it's something that I do aspire to. And sometimes when I'm in these conversations with these people, where they say things like, "Oh, just focus on yourself, your career," and stuff like that. I just feel like it's just being disingenuous.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm wondering if that's also the same as the crab mentality you're talking about, maybe on a larger scale.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, like amongst say like older unmarried women, for example, telling young girls that, no, career first, focus on your career, make money, like it doesn't matter, you can have money, travel the world, and like all this narrative, right? And I think they don't do anyone good. Marriage is a beautiful thing. It's a very, very important, an important factor or key to holding society and making the society stable. Because kids, especially, what you find is that these people that end up not getting married, they tend to have kids, right? And you're having kids. It's way better to have kids if you have a dad and a mom, right? And you're raising kids, you're having single people having kids, and then I think it's also part of what contributes to this whole baby mama dilemma. Where people just decide to just cohabit and just have kids out of outside the family setting, so we can see a guy, have kids with 2-3 different women.
It's crazy. I mean, the reason why I'm actually talking about this is I'm taking my time to do this because I've experienced it. It's in the family. It's in between sisters and brothers. It's just everywhere. It's everywhere. And it's dangerous. Thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. So, I mean, being a victim of crab mentality hurts, and it can cause real damage, serious damage. If you're not strong enough, you don't know exactly what to do to be able to quell such people around you and all the negativity, it will, tonight, I don't know, it might destroy you. Okay, so the last caller just gave me an experience, and kind of knows a few things when it comes to married women, baby mamas and stuff, and young ladies. I want to hear from you. Do you have any experience? What do you think? Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello.
I can hear you.
Hello, good evening, sir.
How are you?
And happy Fortune Day book.
Oh, Fortune.
Yes.
Okay. What can I do for you, Fortune? All right. So, as I was saying, being a victim of crab mentality hurts, and it can cause real damage in your life. Okay? When toxic people try to pull you down because you reached a success, or you are skillful or blessed, they can't achieve it. It becomes a serious liability to you, since they will always pull you down, limiting your options for success. Do you have any experience? 18 minutes gone past the hour of 11 o'clock. I want to hear from you guys. If you have any experience of this behavior, when people try to pull you down, wherever you are, you can encourage someone else. This is encouragement motivational 101. Okay, we're doing it. I just want to energize you spiritually. I want to mentally massage your mind. So call me on 0700 903 903 903 and tell me if you have any experience of this kind of mentality. People with this kind of mentality always pulling people down, not letting them grow, is evil. Okay. All right. I think I got issues with the lines, but each time I try to pick, it just goes off. But it's okay. For those of you who want to reach me on WhatsApp, you can do it. 0700 903 9039. That's for WhatsApp. And for direct call is 0700, beg your pardon, 0700 903 903 903. That's for the calls coming straight up. All right. So, if you have any experience of crab in the bucket, which is crab mentality, which is people that would tell you if they don't get or they do not succeed, you will not succeed. If they don't get something, you will not get it. All right. So are you a victim of this mentality? You may already suspect that you are the victim of crab mentality in your life. Perhaps you have already experienced the group pulling you down, or someone pulling you down to reap you back from any success. It's a killer you have managed to achieve. Do you have it? Anyone? Any experience? Now, I was talking the other time that some of the things you have to know is that when they do downplay achievements. When you succeed at something, people should be happy with you and not try to light off your accomplishment. If you are doing something good, people they should be celebrating you and not having jealousy. All this negative energies can destroy someone. This is a life story. And it's exactly why some people behave the way they behave. I mean, there's been a lot of, the world that we're living in is crazy, it's dangerous. The mind has too many things to do. So it's it's left for you to be able to pre-program your mind and make it work for yourself. So if you program your mind, you're definitely not going to have any issue when it comes to these people. You know exactly how to handle them. You're just going to be focused on what you're doing, and you won't allow them to get to you, because it's very easy to allow the people with crab mentality get to you. They're everywhere, as I said. They are everywhere. Now, there's another thing I want you to do. For those of you who actually have people around you who always try to put you down, to try to say bad things about you, you can also practice ignoring the crabs. You can ignore. Often the best and the least ignorant practice when it comes to, with this kind of mentality, with this kind of people, is to simply ignore them. We're having issues with the lines, but so if you want to call, go ahead and be part. All right, but these are the things that you can actually do to ignore them. There's one thing you can do: ignore these people. If you say you want to talk back and you want to fight back, it definitely will get back to you. And it might destroy you at the end of the day. And you might not achieve the things that you plan to achieve, and your goals might not be accomplished at the end of the day. So ignoring the crabs, or ignoring this evil set of people with a crab mentality that are latching onto you, it can become possible to carve out enough breathing space so you can get out of the bucket. This mentality is huge. Do it one step at a time. Don't rush. Focus on your goal. Focus on your goal. And expand your circle, as I said before. Invalidate or dismiss worry. Stop worrying. And final thoughts on crab mentality. Let me see. This one is going. Hello.
Yeah, Raheem Sterling. How far?
I'm good. Who's this? Who's speaking with me?
I don't hear you.
Who's speaking with me? Who's up?
My name is Adon.
Who?
Donald.
Oh, Donald.
Yeah.
What's up, Donald?
I'm doing good. How's it going?
The going is okay, Donald. Nice. So
this thing this topic you are talking about, man. This stigma, this whatever I can call it, it's really, really disturbing us in this part of the world.
Yeah, yes. That's true.
There are so many destiny killers, so many dream killers. That's the major reason why many people are not progressing. Because you wouldn't know that somebody is even trying to block your progress. You know, they'll be fighting tooth and nail, making sure that you don't succeed. I don't know what particularly Nigerians, what do we gain in this? It used to be an African problem, but all of a sudden it begins to be more of a Nigerian thing.
It's crazy.
Why people go? It's way. I can tell you for free, even in my own family, this thing happens. The same blood family, immediate family, will just unnecessarily, you'll be taking sides, doing blah blah gossips against another person who is not present there. You know? Like one day I just traveled to my village once a time. Just like it. I didn't know, after all I've been doing to make these people happy people, but they thought I was not around on one particular evening. Whilst I was inside, just relaxing.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't share them talking all manner of trash about me, my whole family. Something I never did. You know? I was like, wow. So if these people can say this in here, what if I'm back off to Lagos? That means they don't send me one kobo now. Now that I'm even around, they're even doing like this. Not because when I'm not around at all. So this is great. Meanwhile, I've been overlooking all they've been doing. They go about behaving recklessly, haphazardly towards my own side. Because I'm a middle child.
Okay.
I'm not the first. I'm not the first. I'm not the second. I'm not the second to the last. I'm not the last. So most times we middle children will face such more than other people in the family. No matter how they try to please them, we find fault because all these are our own parents. They like to take sides with their children. You see, the father will come out and say,
you know this thing you just start now. Just remind me. He just shook me on something. I was discussing on a podcast some time ago. That was last year about favoritism. Like, parents always choose a child to be their favorite, and the others would just be getting angry. Like, what's going on? Why would Popsy or Momsy, however you call them, is now choosing this one to be the favorite? This one is now the favorite, and you don't know exactly what that's going to be another topic for another day.
Exactly. That's a whole a topic that should be elongated and discussed another day.
Yeah.
Because people are not doing right. How can you give back to people? You're now begin playing favoritism. Taking sides with some favorite some.
Yes.
To us. I think you're not the one that gives back to us. That's why I said ignorance is too much in this kind of world. And the one that talked about ignorance one certain time.
Yes, I know. Yes, you are. I know. I remember.
Okay, now let's even forget about family own. What of your fellow citizens who don't want you to progress? You come up with a great idea. They know that it is good, but they just don't want it to work. And they know that thing will maybe eventually that thing will change the world in a better way.
Exactly.
But what they are looking at is maybe it's going to get money or whatever from it. People just don't want it to eat, let alone drive car, let alone. They see that as a big deal. We are a normal, sensible people overlook the basics of life. The basics of life is not contestable now. I think. Everybody's supposed to have it.
Of course.
It's just in this part of the world. That we bring divination about it. We think it's too much for somebody to even eat 3 times in a day.
Exactly.
We think it's too much for some people to wear good clothes. Maybe you're the only one who's supposed to wear it. Another person is
not exactly.
In the eyes of God, it's not not like that. Everybody is equal. But people don't think a lot of definition, causing hatred. That's why I see somebody who can help you to become somebody. They will never do it until that person will die out of poverty.
All right, Donald, you're spoken well. I don't know, but could be a network. It could be whatever. If you want to call back, no problem. You can do that. But no, truth in what you are saying, it is very, very predominant. It is extremely something that we need to work against. You know, I don't know how you can sanitize the mind. I don't know how you can do that. You know, I don't know how you can, and that's why I'm talking about this today. It's Motivational Wednesday. I mean, I had to sit down. I look at my environment. I look at the people around. Whatever that is toxic. Why would you be around a place where people energy is bloody? You can't. You gotta just move away from there. Hello. Good evening. What's your name?
My name is Gloria Star from Osho.
Okay. Talk to me. Let's talk.
Yeah. How was your day?
My day was good, but you're sleeping on me right now, and I don't like it when you sleep on me. You have to sit up and talk with me.
Thank you. I just want to do it for some people.
You just want to do what?
Do it for some people. I have me ingredients to choose.
You want
not take my NG choose. Help me ingredients to choose. I'm working.
Okay. I'm going to be getting mean to some of you very soon. Some of your lines, definitely. I will have to I'll put some crab on it. Okay. So, I mean, I'm actually looking to my environment. I look at the people around me. If you know that the toxic energy around you, be it your environment, be it, your environment, yeah, be it in your church, in your workplace, be it in your school, your family, and you know that the toxic energy, I mean, come on, everybody knows that toxic energy is not good. I mean, I don't know even how am I going to tell it. The people, like exactly what Donald is saying, everyone just, citizens, your fellow citizens, they know that the idea you're bringing is going to bring good. Even in politics and the ministry and the personalities, they all have that some issues. I've heard a whole lot and I've seen a whole lot. And sometimes I don't want to just even want to talk about this, but I'm doing this because my listener, like Donald or any other person in one, today will learn what crab mentality is. Every day, I tell you, we talk for development. Every day. I tell you, we talk for positivity. Every day. So it's good we learn this, whether or not. I know that one person has gotten the information. One person has actually gotten the understanding and has learned from it. When you're around a place where there is toxic energy, you don't die. In other words, you don't stay there. You move. If someone is chasing you, maybe one tout is chasing you and you don't do anything and the person is trying to, get to you, provoke you, what do? I mean, even if you have all the biceps and six-pack and you go to the gym, you look big, you look great, shape, strong, you're athletic or something like that, the worst thing will happen to you if you want to fight back. fighting back might be, or somehow might be, maybe dangerous. And so you don't advocate in fighting back. You advocate in defending yourself. Your mind must be clear. You must understand that before you do anything, you must think it through. You must be sharp and proactive in your thoughts. To think first before you act, to do anything. It's not like some people who are so repulsive, they just want to do things before they think. Now, for example, as I said before, I'm going to say it again. A doubt is chasing you and wants to, provoke you to do something. We don't know exactly what's wrong with a guy. If the guy's insane, if the guy's having some score, according to the Nigeria way of someone who's having issues in the brain. You understand? And then you being somebody who is a stand-up guy, you now went to fight that guy, thinking that in your own terms, you call it defending yourself. At the end of the day, it's either something bad happens to you or something bad happens to that person that's out. And if any of this happen, you're still going to be in trouble. So what do? Someone says, leave the area. Run. Not because you're not strong enough. It's because you can leave to fight another day. To leave is very important. So thought process. So many of our thought process has been cajoled and hijacked by this menace, crab mentality kind of thoughts. This twisted way of thinking, reasoning. And that is going on. And that's the reason why a lot of people are having issues. And it's a networking thing. It works from one community to the next community. It works from one person to the next person. So you got to be careful. So when you see, when you're around in the toxic area, what would you love some trouble? A normal person wouldn't like trouble. A normal person will think. It's not because you're strong enough to be able to fight or quell the problem there or defend yourself. You call yourself defend. You will just walk away. It's difficult now for the stand-up guys that we have, the alpha male, to say, okay, they want to walk away. So, but that's it. Stay away from crab mentality people. Those that will destroy your life. Hello?
Hello.
Good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Okay, so what's your name?
I'm calling from Ojo. My name is Sonny. I'm calling from Ojo.
Soji?
My name is Sonny. I'm calling from Ojo.
Okay,
Sonny. SUNNY. Sonny, yes. I'm calling from Ojo.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. I love the topic you're talking about. Crab mentality. I've been a victim of such.
Okay.
When you are around people that are like, they are being intimidated with your kind of person, envy, they are like jealous of you, they admire things you do, things they like to do that they themselves cannot do.
Exactly.
They tend to envy you and they want to just pull you down.
Exactly.
In 2007, because I'm an instrumentalist, a keyboardist, 2007, I wanted to learn audio sound production because I know how to play the keyboard. So because of my piano playing skills, I was privileged to be in somewhere that the producer himself doesn't know how to play at all.
Okay.
Yet he's a novice on the keyboard. So then there was something I learned, although it affected me negatively. So most times when an artist comes to the studio, they want to play a song, he lays the beat, and it will come to a time where you need to lay the chords and the harmony, the rhythm, put the structure of the music together. And my boss will be looking for the key. He will be searching for the key and all that. But me, I will just use my ear to figure it out. Before you know anything, I'll just come straight forward and just hold the chord. Before you know, the artist will say, that's good. I love that. If you know anything, a lot of artists now like working with me. But something now happened. And now realize that at the long run, my boss wasn't really happy with me, with what I was doing. What I should have done at that time, I should have waited for him to call upon me to come and help him out. For me, myself, I was just coming to do those things myself. And one thing I realized is like, sometimes these people, they are toxic somehow, and somehow I felt a lot of these people, they are mediocre. When I sense people to be like that, I try to withdraw myself from them. I'm somebody that I like reading a lot. I like reading, I like thinking, I like writing, I like playing my piano. So if I notice you're that kind of person, like you have this kind of mediocre mindset, when you see people do great things, you envy them, and I'll just detach myself from them. So they are toxic people. I try, once they know that this person is toxic, I try to just stay away from them.
Sonny.
But I still love them.
Okay.
Hello.
I like that. But let me ask you a question. Since you've been, of course, a lot of us experienced it, you've experienced it too, but what is the one way you know that you use when you see toxic people around? What's that one way you use to dismiss yourself from them? Do you understand what I mean?
What I do, yes. What I do is, once I notice that this person is toxic, it kind of helps me to know their level of reasoning, their level of understanding as it relates to human dynamics and human level of intelligence and all that. I just know that, okay, maybe this person level of understanding is very poor. The person needs to upgrade his mindset and all that. I still love them, but I see them that this one, their mindset is poor. So I just keep them where they belong, but at the same time, I still get along with them. But there are certain things I don't tell them. Certain kind of discussions that we don't engage ourselves in. I don't open up such discussions. I just know them for who they are, and I place them where they are. Try to just be on my lane. But toxic people can't infect me in any way because I've built a wall around my mind.
Oh, that's nice.
Built a psychological and emotional wall. Psychological and emotional wall.
That's nice.
So toxic people, I identify them very easily, and those are the kind of people I don't like to play around with. Don't spend time with them at all. My book, my friends, and the guide to the word of God. On my piano.
You
I
sing.
love this topic you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, you sing, right?
Yes, I sing. I'm an artist.
Okay.
I just sing just like
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I love this station. I just discovered this station today. I like listening to
today?
the
This is your first time?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm a first time caller.
Okay, so
yes,
I normally hit back on those who is calling me for the first time on this show. Shall I hit you back?
Wow.
Let me knock you back. I want to knock you back on.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for
All
calling in. I appreciate you, Sonny. And
Yes.
Do your best. And I wish you all the best. And I actually wanted to ask you how many books you read for a year. Yeah, these days we no longer have intelligent people. Nobody cares if you're intelligent. Nobody also cares if you can rate yourself as an EQ. It's okay. All right. Now it's getting close to the hour toward midnight, and I want to give a final thought. And it's all mixing all that what I was talking about. Final thoughts on crowd mentality. It's the same thing I've been talking about. I've been moving from one place to the other, jumping from one high heel to the other, like, like a bee. It's still the same. Some people, as I say, don't understand. Look, I've had someone who called me to tell me about a relationship, toxic relationship. She's got a toxic relationship. She's a she. And she says, this toxic relationship is killing me. I don't know what to do. I cry every night. This is really heavy. My chest pains. I'm pain in my chest, joint pains. Not that he beats me up, but, he does so many other things there that rake me. I am broken. Let me take a call up in here. Hello, before I tell you about that. What's your name?
Hello. Chinedu is my name, calling from Sunlight House.
Okay, Chidubere.
Yes, you say you are talking about crowd mentality or food me down syndrome.
Yeah, I was talking about crowd mentality.
Yes, I want to contribute on that.
Please do.
Because it's everywhere in Nigeria. Our government system, our policies in the government is full of crowd mentality. From 1970 to date, every sector, from the executive to judiciary to legislative, is our system. So it gets to the rule, it gets to the family. Look at what the judiciary did in this last judgment. You see not it? Without crowd mentality.
Okay, that's a big one. That's a big crowd mentality.
Look at what the press have been doing to the eastern part of Nigeria that made us to run away from the east and came down to Lagos as the capital of Nigeria. Today they are pushing us up. Lagos is no more the capital of Nigeria. It's not putting down syndrome. It's everywhere. Every looks at kind of this country is crowd mentality. It is in our policy. So that's my contribution.
Thank you. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. It is everywhere. I appreciate that. It's in the judiciary. It's in the government. It's everywhere. That's that's the kind of thing I'm looking at. That's what I want to hear. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening to you.
I'm Mr. Patrick from Mafoluku. Good evening.
Okay, Mr. Patrick from Mafoluku. Okay.
Yes. So the topic, what I observe is that this crowd mentality, some people do it. If I find myself among them, I'll try to separate myself from them. That's the solution I know I can do. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. So when you try to separate yourself from them, yes?
I'll just separate myself from them. Okay. Even if it's in the village. That's why I do say that township is a peaceful place to run into. It's only one who knows what some people experience in their various village. The person that is the very one that will understand what I mean by that. When I say that township, meaning that if you leave that place, you separate yourself from them.
I understand.
This thing even happen among brothers. It happened among brothers. Just one family. I know two brothers whom one was trying to make his paper to
travel
abroad.
Okay.
Travel. And the other one was busy going to Badaru against him.
So his other brother doesn't want him to travel.
Yes. Now, use it now as an example to people whom are not from one family. That will be worst. So it's common in life. It's common in life. But another thing is that there are some people who cause it to themselves. They themselves are not good in their own way. They can provoke someone who is not bad, and the person will turn bad against them. So if we want to view it, we will view it left, right, and center. It's not. There are some people who their attitude turn a good man bad. Somebody who is good before, the person will not be against them forever. It's like that. So it depends on individual. If 100 people call you now, all we speak to show that they are in the side of the people whom people are having toxic mind against. But they can never speak to show that them, some of them can have, do have toxic mind to other people. They can never speak like that. That is natural. But only God knows who is who. Only God knows who is who. There are this man, if I have time to just give a little story. This man, there are two friends. They are married and give birth to children, and his children has grown up. Then he knew that this man is of my age, and that man is his friend. Whenever he comes to that very man, he will be talking about family matter. Family matter. My wife is beautiful. I born 5 children. They have grown. The other one have entered secondary school. The other one is about to finish university. This and that. You know, this is a good testimony. This is a good story. Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. This is a good story to hear. But when now you keep on talking the same story every time to a particular person, which means that a kind of message again you want to pass. This thing I'm telling you is common in men. Some men, they will tell you, I have built 6 rooms and parlor. I have roofed it. I have did it. The thing that brought about the story, you will try to find it, you will not see it. Okay, you will take it that day. Tomorrow, you will come up, you carry on the same story. When you do it to somebody like me, who can look it and wave it and see it as a simple thing. If you do it to another person who cannot wave it, the person can read meaning into it, and from there you will now see that you are in one way or the other trying to bring him down, trying to make him to rest, trying to show that. You see, something like that.
Yes.
That is how it develops. You know, there are some certain things you will not just speak, but through body language, you show it. You keep on using that body language to show such a thing, or indirectly speaking such a thing. When that man now begin to have toxic mind to such a person, what will you say? And people will now say, can't somebody just talk? Can't somebody just talk? But even he himself knew that that is it. So the man I wanted to narrate message about is that when he began to say something like that, my wife is beautiful, my this, my that. One day the very person said, okay, let me go and visit your home. He was very happy for that guy to say, okay, that he want to go and visit him. He never know that that guy has done evil in his mind against him. The man went with him in his home, saw his wife, began to visit them. Now the man deliberately go to visit the man when he knew that that man is not home. That is how he entered the wife. He tried the wife, his wife fall. He began to befriend the wife. Yes, he began to befriend the wife. From there, he gave the wife better. From there, the wife said, hey, this thing has resulted for Badaru, how will we do it? He said, okay, don't worry, we know how we do it. And the man catch the senior daughter of the same man, hammer him, give him belly,
Are you serious right
Before
now?
you know it, he catch the other one, give him belly. When this man returned and say, what is happening? When he learned what is happening, he said, what is happening, my wife, this and that. The wife told her, Papa, to say, my friend. When he said, now that's my friend. The man did not even say, let me go ask him why, this and that. He just ran to the village till today. Right? Because he knew that he is the one who attracted that evil to himself.
Mm.
You see it? Now, I use it as a single example. When we are talking about toxic mind, people can do it. Yes, I first and foremost establish it. But some people also attracted it to themselves.
Yeah.
Indirectly advertising yourself. You can say a very good thing about yourself. It's good. But when you keep on saying it, it's just like some people where say, if they come where people gather, you dip hand in their pocket and bring out a huge amount of money and be counting. If they count and count and count and count,
just to make you feel bad.
Something. Yes, they don't put that a huge of money back to inside his pocket. Tomorrow, when he come again, he will do it. Well, as he meeting group of friends, that is how we will be carrying out money. This and that. Now, some people are hungry there. Some people need the money. And such a person who do such can never bring out 500 naira and give you. But you keep on carrying money. Yes, you have every right to carry out money. But when now we are doing it in a way that shows that you are passing another message, people know. They will even speak it at their back, say, why is this man every time that's why they carry money, so they count for people's face. They say that their attitude though. They take a no and everywhere. Automatically, he has passed a message. So when some people now start having toxic mind against him, what will he say? So that is it. This life is very, 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 very hard to understand. Very, very hard to understand. I say, if many people call you now, they will stand in the side of the people that they are carrying this mind against. But they can never stand like the people who do cost to themselves or who do carry even to some other person. So that's how I see it, brother.
Well, thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I got a lot. If you give me the opportunity, I will go on and on and on. Shagsy. I will go on and on and on. Shagsy. As well. Let me take this last caller. Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening to you.
Good morning. Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm good. Who's this?
Now that I talk.
Okay. Who's that?
From Lagos.
Okay.
You know what?
What?
This topic of when this last caller wake up. Yeah, it's everywhere. It's rampant. I know. I just want to say something concerning that such act of behavior. You know, our people say, or my mother say, who should we blame? Whatever that is happening to us today is from our hands. You know, when you flash back from the people that started this life before us, or the rest of life, what do I say? Cain and Abel, what happened? When Cain saw Abel sacrifice was accepted, what did he do? He planned evil to kill his brother. Understand? So I strongly believe that spirit of Cain is still in some people's life. Understand? Today, look at what is happening in our government. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Look at what is happening in our government. You will say, come and convert people to me. Convert, mobilize. You mobilize, finish, and you hold a ladder for them. When they climb, they will not remember you again. It's very bad. So what is happening to us today is from our hands. Look at what the story the man gave. It happens everywhere, even where I'm working. I don't know. Envy, jealousy. You know, one man, they just employ him. Before you know it, he got to say, Uzo is everywhere. Why must Uzo be so? He planned evil. He set up everything. He said they said if they don't remove me, they terminate the job. What happened? Nothing. But to God be the glory, Sha. After he have planned all those things, that very day he was like celebrate today. The next day he went off. I resumed. What happened? But when court came, he said, who said that if they not remove Uzo, they will terminate the contract? Who is the person? Return Uzo now. It was like a big testimony. I didn't believe it. But when that thing happened, I was like, what do I do? I have to go on prayer. I said, God of Mordecai, it is time to fight now. I remember him, what you have done before. And I said, this is time to show me that you are the God of Mordecai. Story about Mordecai, the priest say, if whosoever the name was appear will be hanged, So luckily, the people that plan evil their name become appear. So Mordecai was saved by the grace of God. So God saved me that very day. I was like, But when the man was when he wanted to resume work again, he saw me handing over the whole thing to him. You don't believe him. But today I see working, and he's no more. The man is no more. So what is happening to our hand? What is happening to us today is from our hand. If you have money, you thank God. It's not by your power, by your mind. That's what the Bible says, give a power to make wealth. Yes, when you make it, you begin to use it against fellow human beings. It's very, very bad. If I tell you one of the story, when I came to Lagos New, my brother was like traveling outside, coming in. I was like, plus I won't follow you, they go now. He said, how can two of us be traveling outside the country? I said, what will happen? If you go by, come back. He refused. Being a man that I don't like to stay idle, I have to make up my mind. I move on. Today now you see me. So what am I trying to say? I come because of I'm doing well now. I began to carry shoulder up or be proud to my younger ones or the little one that I never meet up. So all those things are happening. It's bound to be right from time since the war began. There was a 1 year I bought a cloth. My daddy married 12 years. I bought the same cloth, the same color, the same design. Took the cloth home, gave the two of them. My mom just over happiness now called one of the, one of the neighbors. Say, come and see you. My pikin bought me and my, So I was like, they celebrate finish. They don't say they're not happy. We don't believe that very year. My mom know where that cloth. He fed to stroke. We spent 1 year and 2 months. He spent 1 month and 2 days, 2 weeks in the hospital, and they lasted 11 good years for that stroke, and before she died. So what am I trying to say? It's not bad to show person what God have done for you or testify or but some people. When you testify, you don't need to use it to proud with people. Make proud, begin to talk. It's not good. So you have to keep your mouth shut. Even if God bless you much, if you want to help, you just help the person. Go ahead with your blessing. But today now, some people will use their hand, cause the wahala. Look at what that man did. My wife is beautiful, and then you are the only one. Look at what it cost. So this point and this testimony must give us learning. We have to learn. Because we are growing, we are moving on. As long as Nigeria is moving on, we have to, the air, everybody are hearing it now. So you have to change. If you have been proud of your wife or your children, they have graduated, you are working in a share company, they are working in a this and that, it doesn't stop anything. How many people have you helped after all those things? How many? Exactly. Because when you get money, when you are rich, let me just say it, if nobody can proud of you and say, through this man I become a rich or become a big man, he never get money. Brother, let us take it or leave it. He never get money. Look at our president today. If you leave them there, they will sit down there. Sorry to say this, the one that become president today, he say during the day where they saw him, the wife say, we are not coming to eat Nigerian money. But today, what is happening? How much car they take by for? Let me just stop there, Jerry. Let me just stop there because this is our country.
It's okay.
If I have my way, I will put them where they're supposed to be.
You will not do anything. Let's go to court. I'll see you in court. Oh my God. Well, my time is gone. I gotta go. It's 5 minutes past the hour of midnight. The guy from the blue heaven, I'm seeing your call coming in. I'm seeing you, but I will not be able to pick your calls till tomorrow, okay? So get prepared to join me on the show tomorrow. We have a lot of interesting things to talk about tomorrow. I will appreciate you if you called early or earlier, okay? So shout out to everybody who called in. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. But before I go, it's final thought on crab mentality that I'm talking about. You can see now it's this menace is everywhere. Is everywhere. Being a victim of crab in the bucket mentality can rob you of your self-esteem, and it can also affect and rob you of your self-confidence, making you doubt yourself. Sometimes, have you ever doubted yourself? Like you doubt yourself. It's because of this kind of people around you. They just make you believe that you're worthless. So you begin to doubt yourself, what you can achieve in life, and that you are not enough. You start doubting yourself, or what you can do, or what you know how to do. You start thinking that you don't know how to do them. These are dream killers. It also dashes all your hopes. It dashes all your hopes, dreams, so you stay at the bottom. They make you feel bad that you stay at the bottom of the bucket with all the other loser crabs. I will not be able to pick a call now. I'll pick it tomorrow because I'm just rounding up, okay? Tomorrow, please, you can call earlier. Now, you're destined for more, and you are worthy of more. Everybody out there, those who are listening to me, you are destined for more, and you are worthy of more. It's time to kick the bucket. I'm not saying it's time for you to die. You know that word, is to kick the bucket is just I don't know. Let me not go far. So it's time to kick the bucket, escape, and leave the other crabby people behind. It's not for you to die. It's not a term that to kick the bucket of die. No, it's time for you to kick the bucket where you have a lot of all those crabs and go leave them behind. This starts by identifying the crabs in your life. When you identify the people, you just cut off from them. Take it one step at a time while you look forward to and focus on your goals and, of course, your future. Expanding your social circle. Expand your social circle to find safe and healthy people, and giving worry a boot. Jealousy is like sucking the air out of the balloon. The person exuding jealousy may get rushed from doing so at first, but is merely left with a deflated sense of self afterward. So most of the people who are jealousy, they are just self-centered people. So I mean, I can go on and on. My time is fast spent. So in case you need more help, this was because I had to do this because of something that happened between the week. It happened last week and it happened this week again. I was trying to tell you some things, but I think it's time for me to just forget it and let's move on. 9 minutes, I think. Yes, it's 9 minutes gone past the hour of midnight. Raheem Terrence is my name. You can call me Raheem, you can call me Raheem. Which and one that you can pronounce properly, well, no problem. I don't care if you pronounce it Raheem or Raheem. Still the same thing. However, it's a little bit controversial because I don't want to say answering questions, but I want to appreciate everyone calling in. Thank you so much. It's a talk station, so all we do is talk. This is Voice of the People, 90.3 FM Lagos, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. There's a whole lot of big stuff coming. So, I mean, it's the festive season, and it's not even showing as if, because of what's going on in the country, the economy downtown and everything. And that's why I'm going to urge Shag C to get all the Christmas songs. Get all the Christmas songs so people can start feeling Christmas already. For those of you that are not doing Christmas, no problem. Just, and bangs into the ambience of the atmosphere or the environment, however it carries you, just flow. Whether you're celebrating or no, just be alive. Cut off from such mentality. If you have that kind of mentality, also, you better stop it and stop pulling people down. God bless you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time from 9, 10 down to 12 o'clock. I'll see you guys.
You've been waiting for, and we're bringing it to you live. Don't miss a second. Don't miss a second of the action as we broadcast live from the biggest news stories, hot talk shows, depth analysis from the best in the world. Stay informed and up to date with the best radio programming all day, every day. On your number one, People's Radio, Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. The Nighttime Show with Ryan. Let's have a conversation that promotes healthy relationships and social issues all in one. The Nighttime Show is going to be fun, having segments like Dear Ryan, Confessions, Love Talks, Open Mic, and more. Will put you on the edge of a beautiful night. The Nighttime Show. It doesn't matter what ships you are on, just tune in every Tuesdays to Fridays on your number one People's Radio, Voice of the People, 90.3 FM.